Good morning, you beautiful souls. Welcome to your morning messages with me, Michelle. On my channel, we talk all things life, love, spirituality, and personal growth. And in today's morning messages, I wanted to share a little something that I've been working on. If you haven't seen it in my previous videos, I started creating journals and they're doing so well. I've had some really awesome top sellers. My top sellers are Maybe It All Starts Here and Getting My Shit Together. And I also wanted to share, because of this journal and how well it's doing and how much people are loving it and how much I'm loving it. Side note, there's like a buttery, smooth texture to this. I'm very much so a senses girl. I love the five senses. I love appreciating life. I feel like our souls came here to feel, to taste, to smell, to experience. So I'm very much so in that mindset all day long. And I appreciate every little thing. So anyway, I was inspired by this title because I say this all the time. I'm always like, I got to get my shit together. I got to get my shit together. So I'm going to do a 13 video series. So I'm going to make 13 videos about how to get your shit together. It's going to be like a manual for living your best life. So each video, I'm not going to tell you what each what all the 13 items are, but I'm going to start today with the first one, not in this video, but I'm going to post another video later today with the first video of that series on how to get your shit together. So I wanted to share that before we start our morning messages. And my journals, the link is below. Here are some of the other ones. The link for my Amazon account is below. All the ways I kick ass in my life, a journal for the good. Same one. I also have this same pattern with the floral print. And it says a journey or adventure time, a journey within, buckle up. So I have that title with these, with the white and the blue flower print. I also have a daily prayer one. It says daily prayer, change me into a woman that can. I also have one with a beautiful floral print. I love it so much. And it says, feeling grateful for the little things, which is so me. And what I was just talking about. What are some of my other titles? There's about maybe 10 or 11 journals that I've posted onto Amazon. And I'm already getting reviews, which is really cool. So if you're watching this and you purchased one of my journals, thank you so much for loving me and supporting me. And actually, thank you for loving yourself enough to do it. Because journaling is a huge part of getting your shit together. We have to connect back to our hearts and what our bodies need and what our mind needs and what our soul needs. It's like a total mind, body, soul connection all in one spot. Because in your journal, you might be making a to-do list for your day. You might be writing down what you're eating throughout the day. You might be sharing the highlights. I like to go to bed every night. Right before I go to bed, I have my journal. I'm pointing to my couch because I'm a couch sleeper. For some reason, I have a beautiful bed in my bedroom, but I always sleep on my couch. And for a while, I would always say I'm lonely. Like I feel like I'm missing my person in my bed, so I don't sleep there because I feel like I miss them. Yet I don't know who they are. But so I'm a couch sleeper. I feel like I'm just, once I finally meet my person, then I'll start sleeping in a bed. But anyway, I have like a little poof next to my couch and I have my journal there. And every night before I go to bed, I don't watch TV before bed. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If it's TV, it's YouTube, but I'll write down the highlights from my day. I'll write down like who lit me up and who did I make smile and what conversation just, I really am grateful. I pay attention to those little moments. So I encourage you all to purchase a journal, whatever journal, go to Target, go to Home Goods, hop on Amazon if you want to support me. And if you like the size of these and the look, start keeping track of your life. Our lives fly by. And when we're not present and when we're not appreciating them, it can be really icky and miserable and depressing, and we can be filled with anxiety. But the minute we pause and say, okay, I'm going to write down all the good for my day today. I'm going to write down how I kicked ass. That's why I came up with these titles, because this is literally what I write in my journal. How I kicked ass today. I went to the gym. I motivated another girl at the gym. While I was on the treadmill, she came up and tapped me on the back and was like, I did another 5 minutes because I saw you working so hard sprinting on the treadmill. So like I write that stuff down because it keeps me going on my sad days. I will revisit my journals and see how far I've come. And I encourage you to do the same. So thank you so much for listening to that. Now let's open up these morning messages with, oh, I don't have my lighter. Bummer. Fun fact, the lighter that I use all the time to light my incense was my dad's. My dad was like a 2-pack a day smoker. And the smell of a fresh lit cigarette usually, pisses other people off, but I freaking love it. I'm like, give it to me. I love it. It smells so good. But anyway, the lighter that I have is my dad's. And I also have, my dad passed away in October. If you weren't aware of that, sorry if you're a new follower. And I also have a little pack of matches in my Jeep, and I drew a little heart on it. And as I would take him to his doctor's appointments when he was fighting cancer, I was his caretaker. So I would take him, and he had his last pack of matches in the car with us on his last week. And it was just like a protection thing. He wasn't still smoking. It was just like a comfort, him knowing that the matches and the cigarettes were there. He would always like grab his cigarettes that were in his pocket on his chest, and he would just always hold his chest. So those little memories really light me up. And I'm feeling called right now. Wow. Okay. I just got a really strong message that I need to pull cards for somebody's family member who's passed away. So let's do that, shall we? We're going to use my angel deck. All right, angels. My cards, because I don't have my lighter. What messages do we need to hear? Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please open up sacred space. I say that every time. Please allow the messages that need to come through for whoever's watching come through with love and light and joy and peace. Whoever's watching, if you're feeling sadness for your person that's passed, I'm sending you a big hug right now. It is okay. You are safe. Your loved one is coming through right now saying that they love you and they protect you, and they're always guiding you. When you get in your car, they're with you. They're saying they're strapping in next to you, and they love when you sing and dance in the car. So keep doing that. I feel so much joy right now. They are so happy. I can't pinpoint the joy and why they're happy, but they're making me feel like a little kid, like they're running and singing and dancing and playing, and they're not suffering anymore. I'm getting all teary-eyed for you guys. All right. It says, look through the situation. I see this as seeing the good. Look at her picking the flowers. She could see the weeds, or she could see the beautiful flowers, but look what's in her backpack. She's picking all the most beautiful flowers. And I'm feeling like lavender. If somebody loves the smell of lavender, that is your loved one reaching out to you. So when you smell fresh flowers or maybe fresh cut grass, that is your loved one making you smell that. Our senses are how we connect to spirit. So if you have a certain, like, if you can hear like things so far away, if you have a good sniffer, as I like to call it, if you can taste everything and your senses are just really, really strong, that means you're a really connected being. That means you have a special gift. You need to use these senses to deliver messages for yourself and for others, and maybe use them. This is what it is. Remember, I was feeling so much joy a little bit ago. Use them to allow yourself to feel joy. When you're doing those things, be so grateful that you have them. Imagine if you didn't have your sniffer. Imagine if you didn't have your eyes, your ears, your fingers to touch. Be so grateful for what you have. If you are somewhere and you are unhappy, scale it back to being grateful for the small things. Look through the situation and see it brighter. When you surrender to life, meaning when you're in a situation that's tough and you need to look through it and see the lesson in it, see why you're there, what you're doing, the The universe is literally keeping you in that uncomfortable environment until you learn the lesson. And you can say, universe, show me what you're trying to teach me. I don't want to keep repeating this pattern of being at a job I don't like. I don't want to keep repeating this pattern of not loving myself and always letting myself down and never following through on my word and never keeping up with my self-care routine. Show me the lesson here. What do I need to learn? And a lot of times the lesson is your gratitude. Are you appreciating life? If you're not appreciating life and you're not really, you might be saying it to other people, but are you really embodying it? Are you really feeling it in your body? Like, yes, this feels good. I love the way this smells. I love the way this tastes. If you're not really feeling it in your body, then you're not integrating it and you're not actually learning that lesson of really appreciating it. Because right now, if I were to tell you all that by 11 p.m. tonight, we would no longer be here. Everybody else would, but we're gonna transition into the spirit world or whatever, or into our next life. What would you do from now until 11 p.m.? I know I immediately would go see my nieces and my nephews. I would eat really yummy food. I would find probably the most connected person that I'm connected to intimately, and I would make love to them. I would want to feel, touch, taste, and smell everything before 11 p.m. That's what I would do. And I would also want to see like a beautiful sunset. And maybe that's where I would pair that with making love to my partner and then have yummy food afterwards. But before that, I would spend the whole day playing with my nieces and nephews. That would be an ideal day for me. And maybe inspiring somebody else before I leave, or maybe writing a quick little like quote that I want the world to have when I leave. You know, get your shit together. That wouldn't be my quote, but it could be. Mine would be like, dance with life. We got to dance with life. We have to appreciate the small things. All right, let's see what else your loved one wants to tell you. They're telling you to dance with life. Don't take things too seriously. Allow the love in. If you are resisting love, if you don't think you're worthy of it, if you are scared of it, if you are not sure how to hold it, look at this woman holding a heart. She's not afraid to drop it. She's like, I got it. I got it. I got my heart. I got your heart. All is perfect. Everything is fine. You are here to love and to experience what that feels like. So allow it in. Your loved ones are saying they are also loving you through these signs, through these synchronicities. A synchronicity, if you don't know what it is, it's when something magical happens. You think of somebody and then they text you. And it could be you hear a song on the radio and then all of a sudden the person in front of you is saying the same word that they just said in the song. This happens to me a lot, and that means you're in the flow. A synchronicity could be all of a sudden you meet somebody that has the same name as you and you have a lot in common. You're dancing with the universe. You're in the flow. You're feeling good. And the universe is rewarding you and saying, hey, keep this going. I'm showing you these synchronicities, these things that are in sync with each other, because I want you to keep in your joy, keep feeling good. So fun fact for me, this morning on my morning drive, I was deciding between two different Starbucks to go to because one of my clients was so wonderful. She came for Reiki on the weekend from Wakey. And, you know, she already paid for her session, whatever. And then I gave her some elderberry to take home with her because she was all out and I had an extra bottle. So I was just really kind. And I was like, you know what? I love you so much. You've been such a great client. I'm so proud of you. And I gave her the elderberry, and then she sent me a $20 Starbucks gift card as like a tip. So I was deciding between which Starbucks I wanted to go use my gift card at. And, you know, the Delran one popped in my head. So I drove to the Delran one and I'm in line and I'm talking to the girl who's really sweet. And all of a sudden I get to the window and, you know, I was dancing the whole way. I was on my morning drive. I am like in a good mood always in the morning. So I'm always just upbeat and trying to manifest good things in my day. I'm always like, all right, universe, what's today going to bring? And I have a client today at 11 and I have a Reiki session at 3:30. So I'm like excited to see my clients. And I get to the window and they had made a large coffee instead of my little grande size that I just like a little bit. And I usually don't drink the whole thing. And the guy was like, oh, we made you a large, but we're only going to charge you for the grande. You're so kind. You're so lovely. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And I used my gift card. And I had just been saying, you know, this is a synchronicity. I had just been saying last week, everybody always pays for my meals for me. Everywhere I go, I always get exactly what I wanted. And I was manifesting it. And last week I went to Good Beat with my friend Jenna and she paid for my meal for me. And then this week my Starbucks got paid for with a gift card. And then I got an extra, a total like double coffee for free. So we can create our reality by wishing it, by being grateful, by appreciating what we have. And this is all considered love. So some people might interpret this as, oh, my daughter who passed away, she might have been guiding me and getting me an extra coffee as like a high five, Mom. I see you're happy in your car and I want to make you even more happy or even happier. Other people see it as scientific, like, oh, you're just, you know, that's how the universe works. You're in a good mood, you're in a high vibration, well, you're going to attract more of that. So we all have different interpretations of how the universe works. Some people don't believe that our loved ones can send us signs. Some people do. Some people believe that if you're seeing hearts everywhere, if you see a certain car that you just got, now all of a sudden you see it on the road all the time, they think, oh, you're just attracting it. You're now aware of it. So you're drawing those things in and it's just logical and it's science. So we're all allowed to view life whatever way we want. But when you see this card, I invite you to think about, what are you thinking about when you see this card? Are you thinking about a loved one sending you love? Are you thinking about maybe you needing to welcome more love into your life? Are you thinking about you needing to be more aware of the extra Starbucks in your life and how you're always being taken care of? The universe is always sending you love, and maybe you're starting to see it and you're like, holy shit, has this been happening my whole life? And maybe I just wasn't mindful and aware of it. Most likely, if you look back at your life and think about how everything worked out, and when you thought something bad was going to happen, something good was always following it. It's pretty cool. And that's why we journal, because we can track the patterns of the universe. So right when you think it's darkest before dawn, right? Right when you think your world is going to end, there's no way out, you're trapped in the situation. Guess what? The universe shows up and proves you wrong and is like, haha, we got Make-A-Wish. Wish upon a star. So when you're in that tough situation and you're wanting the universe to show you how to get out, you make a wish and you journal it and you say, universe, please show me the way. Please get me out of this situation. I offer it all to you. I will not grab the wheel. I will not try to control it. I won't run from it. I will see that I'm here to learn a lesson and I'm not just going to abruptly leave. So here's another message. If you are in an uncomfortable situation, right? Your ego, be mindful, your ego will be bossy, it will be mean, it will want to run away, but your soul is sitting back in the back seat of the car and it's like, nope, we're meant to be here right now. We will be moved when God wants us to be moved. And that will look like maybe a job placing you in another area of that business, a job letting you go, a partner letting you go, you waking up with clarity about your job and feeling really calm and not rushed to resign or to quit. It will not be a panicked decision when it's soul led. When you are needing to make a big decision in your life, you will just have this knowing. That's your intuition. It's a knowing. And at the days leading up to it, you might not feel like you have that knowing just yet. It's like you're aware of it. You're aware of that you're having this thought that something's uncomfortable, but it's just not time yet. This is the biggest life hack. This is the biggest life hack. Patience. You have to be patient. I have a seahorse on my wall because this is my reminder in life. Because Michelle, when she gets uncomfortable, I want to leave. I want to run away. I can't handle it. As much as I embrace pain, I don't like it because I've been through some really tough things in my life and I don't want to ever feel that again. But yet I know that I survived it and I'm fine and it's okay if it happens again. Like, for example, my apartment, the noise above me, it's not my neighbors. It's just the floorboard. It's the subfloor. It is so creaky that I literally feel like it's nails on a chalkboard, and it'll happen while they're cooking, which is like maybe like 40 minutes or 30 minutes. And it's just nonstop. So I'm like on the computer looking for new places to live, but I have to pause and be like, okay, like I was led here. For some reason, I'm living here for a reason. I literally, when I walked into my apartment the first time when this beautiful woman named Melissa was showing it to me, I lived here before and then I came back. Something like drew me back here for some reason. And I'm in this apartment and I'm standing at the counter and I looked diagonal at the wall and there's a fucking heart, which is a sign for my daughter. There's a heart. And I'm sorry, I use the F word, but it's just emphasis on how powerful this is and how we're always guided. So my daughter led me to this apartment to live here. There's a heart. Like right now, I'm looking at my wall and I can see it. It's the sheen of the paint. So in the certain lighting, it's almost like, you know how there's like a satin finish and then a matte finish and an eggshell. So it's almost as if somebody didn't paint over this one little area. Everywhere else is like, has that beautiful sheen, that eggshell finish. But there's this one area and it's a heart where it's matted. It's a matte finish. It is not shiny. It is not glossy. And how perfect. I was standing here with Melissa and I was like, oh my gosh, Melissa, look at that heart on the wall. And I was like, sold. I was like, I'm meant to be here. And I've been here ever since. So we are always being led with these signs, these synchronicities, and it's how we perceive them. It's how we know to not quickly, abruptly leave somewhere if it's not time yet. You will know, you will get a sign, you will get this deep knowing that you're meant to be somewhere or you're not meant to be somewhere. And we have to be patient and we have to be kind to ourselves. And I always rub my chest because that's me loving myself. And I just want to nurture myself and say, Michelle, you're okay. If this is uncomfortable with the noise above you, all is perfect. You will be moved out of here. Somebody will offer you a place to live. You will get something that will pop up on your phone if the universe wants me to leave. But the universe has not wanted me to leave because I've been searching and nothing's coming up. So that's how we know that to not grab the wheel and force it. Like I said, if you're somewhere that's uncomfortable, there's lessons that need to be learned, or there's people you need to meet, or there's things you need to do and learn to add to your tool belt so that you can go be awesome in the next thing that you do. Okay, so let's pull a page from the book now. And let's take a deep breath. And let's thank our angels and guides and our loved ones that just brought those messages through, to appreciate where we're at, look through the situation, don't see the weeds, see the beautiful flowers, and allow the love in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sending my love to my dad and Micah. I'm sending love to all of your loved ones that have come through this morning. All right, what other message do we need to hear? I'm being guided to read the back real fast. It says, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Not a moment before and not a moment later. You need to trust in the perfection of life and know that everything is in divine right order at all times. I've never read the back of this book before. I have no idea what just drew me to do it either. I'm going to read it again. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Not a moment before and not a moment later. You need to trust in the perfection of life and know that everything is in divine right order at all times. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Trust it. All right. We have, I am always safe. When you hold your emotions down or hold things in, you create havoc within you. Love yourself enough to allow yourself to feel your emotions. Addictions like alcohol mask the emotions so that you don't feel. Allow your feelings to come to the surface. You may have to process quite a bit of old stuff. Start doing some affirmations for yourself so that you can do this easily, smoothly, and comfortably. Affirm that you are willing to feel your true emotions, and most importantly, keep telling yourself that you are safe. And I say this a lot. I said this at the end of all of my mindfulness videos that I created for kids. I would say, you are loved and you are safe. I will see you in the next video. That's how I would end every video with them. And as I was reading this, I got that feeling back that you need to remind yourself that it is okay to feel pain. I just made a post last night on my Instagram, my workout that I did. I was doing sprints and it was so painful. I feel like I'm really out of shape, even though I do work out, but I don't push myself the way my ego used to push me to like want to be strong and to want to be fit. I just kind of like do what I feel. And I don't really push myself. I'm walking a lot on the treadmill. But I did sprints last night and I was like, you know what? I'm going to fuck shit up. I was like, I'm going to sprint like really hard and I'm going to kick my ass and I'm going to be gassed and I want to be exhausted at the end of this. I want to sleep really good. And I swear it's why I woke up in such a great mood this morning, but it was because I was reminded of the pain that I experienced in my life. And I was like, this physical pain is nothing compared to what I've been through. And for you, if you've been through the loss of a loved one, if you've been through a trauma in your life, a situation that just rocked your world and you can't even think about it, you don't even want to address it, and it's your emotions, right? You're not facing it. That's okay. But please do yourself a favor and move your body, because your body holds it. You might not ever have to talk about it again if you move your body. If you move your body and get some body work done, whether it's through a massage or through Reiki or through just really great movement, whether it's walking, running, jumping, push-ups, start moving that old energy out of you. You know, if you don't have to face what happened, you can kind of allow it to be there and allow it to release. And as I was reading this, it said, start doing some affirmations for yourself so that you can do this easily, smoothly, and comfortably. So I'm being guided. In my last video, I was supposed to read affirmations, but my neighbors were a little loud and I got a little frustrated. Oh, my niece just texted me. This is what I live for. If I were to die at 11 p.m., this is what would light me up. My niece just texted me. She put, hey, my friend slept over. Want to go for a joyride in your Jeep? How cool is that I get to be the aunt that's like, that they want to hang out with? Like, I kind of think like, why do they want to hang out with me? I'm old, but it's because I've spent so much time with them as kids. And she's the same one that she messaged me over the weekend. It was Saturday night, I think. And she was like, hey, me and my friends need a ride home from this place. Are you available by any chance? But like, it's so cool that I'm her first call. You know, maybe I wasn't her first, but it was fun to go pick up a bunch of high school kids and drive them all home, and just to feel like a mom and to feel needed and wanted in that way. But it was also because I think they knew that they would have fun on the drive with me because of my music and because of my personality. So I will have to respond to her in a little bit. But anyway, the affirmations, here we go. We're going to end these morning messages with you guys all leaning into your life and knowing that all is perfect always. All right, here we go. I'm exactly where I need to be. Everything always works out for me. I trust my path. I needn't worry. My life is unfolding so perfectly. I have everything I need. The universe has my back. I am always being taken care of. I let go of the need to know. I let go of the need to know. I trust. I trust myself. I always get things done on time. I trust I am where I am meant to be. I trust today is a wonderful day. I am proud of who I am. I'm excited for who I am becoming. Magic happens all around me. I allow myself to feel good for no reason. I feel good. I feel so good. I feel calm. I am so worthy of everything I desire. I am worthy of love. I know this to be true. I know this on a deep level. There is happiness all around me and within me. It lights me up. I feel so grateful. I am so loved. I feel content with who I am. I know the universe brings me the right people when I am ready. I have open arms. I am ready to receive. I love myself. I accept myself. I accept others. Life is a gift. I am so grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful. Take a nice big deep breath. Allow those affirmations to really sink into your body. Start believing it. Start believing your thoughts. Your thoughts are already what your beliefs are. So let's start shifting our thoughts into I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I am not in control. I am co-creating with the universe. I will be moved when the time is right. I don't have to have an answer right now. All is perfect. All is perfect. All is perfect. All right, lovies, don't forget to make your wish. Ask the universe to guide you. Allow the love in. Thank your angels and guides for bringing you these messages today. And be on the lookout for my next video. It's going to be a 13-day series on how to get your shit together. And feel free to purchase a journal for yourself if you really want to start tracking all the good in your day. All right, you are safe. You are loved, and I will see you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications for more of my goodness, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.